Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Nikki. I am a second year homeschool mom, homeschooling a only child who is in the first grade. I'm going to talk to you guys about what hasn't worked for us so far this year. We are about to wrap up our year in about 4 to 6 weeks, as we do school July through like April, May, if that. And we are tons of vacations and like days off. We don't school Fridays. Lots of things to factor into that time frame. But anyway, if you guys are interested to see in what has not worked for us and why, then keep on watching. All right, first grade, what hasn't worked for us? I just want to preface this video with things that I'm about to show you. Some things we've actually dabbled in and it just really didn't work, and some things the interest just wasn't there. And I buy a lot of stuff because I like to weed through some things and kind of like weave through curriculums and switch it up every now and then, especially in months like February when it's really cold and no one can go anywhere and it's like kind of starting to drag and we just want to get done with the year. I realize that for a lot of you that may come at a different time, but for us, we are wrapping up school here for our first grade year in about, give or take, 6 weeks. So without me rambling on anymore, let's just get to it. So the first thing, we tried to do this. We tried, and there is honestly nothing against Masterbooks. Maybe. We have not actually successfully found anything by Masterbooks that we like so far. We tried to do this. Now, I don't know. There's just something about it that bored us to death. Let me see what we did. Okay. So we were doing, I believe, human body, and we did a little bit of the plants, and we're so bored that we moved on to human body thinking it would be better. It was not. The pages are just, they're just dry for me, okay? Like, creation of life. Like, I get we have, like, I could have chosen not a family here. Like, if I'm studying human body, like, I want to see human body, not family. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, anyways, so it just seemed too dry, and the scripture for me wasn't necessary. I have other things that I can get scripture in if I need it, but when I want to do some science, I just want to focus on the science. Yeah, it was just kind of boring. But let's just leave it as this wasn't for us. We were very bored with it. The pictures were just okay, and I felt like it just barely touched on the subjects, which I get this is for like early elementary, K through 2nd grade. So I get that it doesn't go too deep here. But I think she's ready to go a little bit deeper because it just surfaced a lot of the things, and I think it would have been more fun if it had a little bit more activities and stuff like that in it. Anyways, this was a pass. I didn't need to take up that much time. Ooh, okay. This is not to be a diss on Masterbooks. I swear to you, it is not. But I'm noticing a theme here, and they seem to just, I don't know, like, I love sort of how it was laid out. This is a Bible curriculum. Now, we are not everyday Sunday churchgoers. Like, that's just not us. But I don't know. I wanted there to be some pictures. I wanted there to be more color, more things that would make it more enticing. I mean, I get there are coloring pages, drawing pages. I love the copy work that they incorporated into this. It just wasn't something that my daughter reached for, plain and simple. And I don't like to force things when it's not required or necessary. So we didn't. Now I'm going to switch it up and not give you a master book right off the bat, but this guy right here. So if you haven't heard of these Channies, I mean, this is like daily sheets of practice. But this is the alphabet one. I am not the biggest fan of the alphabet one, and she was not either. And I don't know if it's because it was like, holy crap, that's a lot to trace. And then holy crap, that's a lot to write. I don't know what it was, but for whatever reason, she did not like the alphabet one. And I think it was just really overwhelming. It does start off fairly, well, no, it's literally the same thing all the way to the end, as you can see. Now, I do love, they have a addition and subtraction one, and I think they have multiplication and stuff as well, but we are not there yet. But I love the addition and subtraction one, and it's double-sided. So, I mean, I can show you that one as well, but we're not going to talk about my raves right now. We're going to talk about what didn't work, and this didn't work. So, this is the Evan Moore Skill Sharpener Spell and Write Grade 1. This is something that, it is colorful. It is color-coded. Evan Moore has, I mean, a ton of books. I mean, a ton. Like, this is not even all of them. It's amazing. It's color-coded. It has lots of copy works. I mean, this is spell and write type stuff. But honestly, like, maybe we can dive into this over summer as just like some refresh. But it just, we didn't reach for it. And again, it's not, and I think it's because it's very similar to something that we already do. So it has this copy and spell and then spell it again. And then these kind of like fill in the boxes. Well, it's also very similar to her spelling book that she does. It has the exact same concept, spelling it, writing it, rewriting it, the fill in the boxes stuff. So I think it just felt a little repetitive, to be honest. Didn't work. Okay, so this is Spelling and Poetry by Abeka. Now, I don't have anything else. I have one other thing from Abeka, but we do not have any like core curriculum from Abeka. And honestly, this was something that I thought we would really love. But I feel like there's something missing. Like, this pairs along with something else, and maybe I missed that. I forget what gave me that impression, honestly, because it was so long ago that we put it aside. But I love, okay, the one thing that I do love about this is that it gives you the cursive version of the word. So like hot is in print and in cursive, print, cursive, print, cursive. So it's giving the child a visual of what that looks like. And even though we haven't started cursive yet, that is in our handwriting coming up here soon, but we don't use Abeka, so they may have already started cursive in level 1. I'm not sure. I may try this over summer, because now that I'm looking through it, like, I don't know what I was thinking of before, but we have not done it for our school year. it has these beautiful poems in the book as well, which is really nice. Obviously it's spelling and poetry. And I think that would be really cool for copy work as well if you needed some extra stuff. So this is homework. Now, the thing is, like, homework is on 73 already. So this book is very short content. It's not like a full curriculum by any means, but this I love. It has a ton of copy work, and I feel like spelling is super important to narrow it down and get it on paper, because the more you write it, the more you remember it. So I only have two, I think, more things here for you. Okay, again, don't slam me. It's another Masterbooks. I'm so sorry, Masterbooks. Nothing personal, seriously. But anyway, my story and the world around me. This reminded me so much of this format, Life for Beginners. My daughter tends to be okay with doing this though. So we are like somewhat of the way through, and we only started in like January because again, we started it and then we kind of put it off because it is slightly boring, but not awful. I do like that they have words that they highlight that goes in like, I forget what they call it, a collection or something of the sort for your words. And then at the end of the week, you do something with that, and we just never do anything with it, but it's a thing. Oh, word collector. Can you find all the yellow highlighted words from the week? Go back over this week's pages and write those words on 3x5 cards. Can you read them or can you spell them if your teacher says them out loud? So I do like that part of it a lot. I think it just makes spelling of different words that aren't in her spelling book. And some of them are a little hard, like vacation. But we are only on lesson 11. We may still give this a little bit of a go, but it kind of has the same format. So it gives you the story, and then there's some copy work, talk time, activity time, which the activities are never like anything crazy. Like, talk to people in your family about what others in your family do for a living or used to do for a living. Blah, blah, blah. Again, talk time, activity time. And then it always ends, well, not ends, but it has this word search, talk time, activity time, copy work, review, and then it ends with a journal entry of questions about you. So it's okay. It's just not my favorite format. I don't think it's as colorful as it really could be. The pictures are kind of just lackluster, in my opinion. I don't think we'll be purchasing the second one. But yeah, we're gonna still try to give this one a try for a little bit longer and see if we can finish out the book. If not, no biggie. Last but not least, art projects. This is from Abeka. The dog got a hold of it. But I don't know if this just looks boring to her or what. I mean, it's cute. It has things. There was a company or a blogger or somebody who makes all the supplies that you need for the entire book in like a kit that you can buy and purchase. But I waited too long and then it was sold out, and then she only does them periodically, like around when the year starts for school. So I never got it. So it's just one of those things, guys. We just didn't go for it. But I wanted to show you real quick here. It's kind of nice the way it is laid out. So it gives you project by project by month. So in September, there's 5 projects. It tells you what they are and the supplies needed. So if you wanted to prepare ahead of time, it's listed very easily for you. And and it does every month of the year, which is super nice. Then it has a what to do, what I need. It has pretty decent explanation. And then these pages, obviously you can tear out and cut. So it's labeled very well. It has pretty much everything I would think I would want in an art project book. But my daughter didn't reach for it. And again, I don't force her to do any of these things. So because she didn't reach for it, it did not work for us. I would maybe suggest this to you if you have a kid who really likes to do like simple art project and nothing too extensive. But this is cool and it didn't work for us. All these things you have to remember that I bought at the beginning of the year thinking this would be amazing for our homeschool year. And honestly, it could have been. It could have been. But if she doesn't reach for it, I just don't push for it. So that is it. I'm looking around just to be sure that I had everything that I wanted to include. Yes, that's a wrap on this video. I hope that this gave you a roller coaster of emotions as I went through each thing and basically told you how it didn't work for us, but it's cool. So sorry if I confused you further, but these are just things that I had on the desk that we don't reach for and it just didn't work for us. It was boring, or it just wasn't something that we included in our day-to-day. Now, I hope to get you guys something of a video of the opposite of what has really worked for us, because I have a ton of stuff that has really worked for us. So that is it. To conclude this video, I would hope that if you love it, you give it a thumbs up and a subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell for future notifications from videos from me. And that is it. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.